Okay, you guys, let's check in on Kat's beauty world. It's been about 8 days since the last time I checked in on her, and it's been about 10 days since May and her did that live where they pretty much made up online, and they've been doing TikToks ever since. It sounds like they are working on their relationship, and it looks like Kat's beauty world has some new stuff going on. Last time I checked her out before the Maybay makeup, she was speaking about how she was considering, she was trying to figure out where she wanted to relocate to, and that wasn't going to be until next year. But check out what's brewing.
I'm moving next week. Where you moving? I'm not saying.
Now hold the front dang door. Did she say she's moving next week? What?
Hello, how are you this evening? I'm good, Tracy. How are you? Thank you for following me for a year, Miranda. Anybody else in here? No. Y'all, can we double tap, double tap, double tap? It is. Well, it's not too bad. It's not too bad for me because I'm not really taking too much, so. But it's just like preparing. I was like, oh my God, I had to wash today. Yesterday we went and we ran around, got everything that we needed. Then we're washing today. Washed today, put everything out. Thank you, Miranda. I appreciate it. So now I'm just like, we packed up all our stuff that we're not using. So I just gotta go through. I need to wash my makeup brushes. I probably washed them like 2 days before. Wash all my makeup brushes.
Oh wait, so she like serious. She packed up and ready to go?
It's little stuff. Okay, Crystal, period. Yeah, so I'm just ready to move, get there, get situated, get the girls in school, and start back on doing what I do. See where it gets me. I'm real positive though. I'm really, really positive. Not my y'all makes you y'all. I'm sorry, Jennifer. But I'm positive. I'm excited. Like everything happened so seamlessly, and I just know that before I was going to move and I was looking for places, I just prayed that if it's for me, just make it positive, make it an easy transition and all of that. I'm not saying where I'm moving.
So you just want to drop this bombshell on us like that, but not tell us where you going?
Thank you, Erica. They really didn't care though. Where they really didn't care, honestly. They're happy too, but like when we sat and we talked about it, they were just like whatever. Hey Bree. I'm not saying where I'm going. Thank you, Mary. Deshauna, thank you for following me for a year. Thank you for the share. Thank you for the likes. If you guys can, send stars. If you can't, that's fine. Double tap, share the live out, watch my last videos, watch my last reels. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah. I'm so happy for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Kat, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy, thank you for following me for a year. April, thank you for following me for 2 years. I don't know what's going on. I'm over it. I'm going to stop saying 10 stars at this point because I don't know where they at. Hi, Valerie. Thank you for following me for a year. Thank you, Angela. Angela, thank you for following me for a year. Hey, Nisha. Whatever the case may be, but I feel like I did therapy and it helped me a lot. But I feel like I need to go to therapy as an adult for the things I feel like I didn't talk about as a child. Because as a child, I talked about a lot, but I could talk about a lot more. The size of the bottle on the box is the same size as the bottle. Actually. The only reason why I don't like therapy is because one week they'll give me one therapist, the next they'll give me another. If I have to talk to a therapist, I want the same one. I don't. Or maybe you should find your own therapist.
No, it was a part that I didn't enter in here. Someone mentioned like therapy is only for like Caucasian people, which I hate that about dislike that about our culture, African American culture, how most of us were taught that because it's absolutely the furthest thing from the truth. And also, I don't get why anyone who is seeking a therapist that they would switch a therapist every time you go. Like, you have to get comfortable and learn the person so that you can open up to them. So whoever that was saying that they dislike therapy because they switch their therapist every week, I understand why. And that's traumatizing. Like, you have to build trust between the therapist to have success. So that's where I hope whoever that person is finds a good therapist or place that will give them some consistency.
Does that be like going through like your health care? Yeah, because I was talked to the same. Well, when I was in a couple group homes, but I never changed therapists. I talked to the same therapist through my process of living in whatever group home I lived in. I had the same therapist. But for a long, actually, no, when I first went to therapy, I didn't have the same therapist, and then I got a good therapist, because there's good therapists and there's some therapists. It's like any job, they get there for there. I had a good therapist because the first therapist I started out with, I really didn't say too much. I just sat there, and I used to have to go to therapy like once a week for an hour, and I could just sit there, and she used to be like, okay, if you want to sit here. And then that's when I had the other therapist. I can't remember that lady name for the death of me. But she was a good therapist, and she like will be like, well, I don't care, we're gonna sit here till you talk. Like, we'll be in there for 3 hours if that's what it took for me to talk. So that's what had me start talking. And then when I went to my other group home, I got another therapist, and then once I started talking to her, I started talking to the other therapist, and the other therapist just helped me like go through all the emotions you go through when you go through something as a child, like blaming yourself and feeling not loved and why me, all of that stuff. So when I went to there,
Sending out love and hugs to anyone who went through childhood trauma to the point where you were separated from your family. Shout out to y'all. Kids shouldn't have to go through that. And I hope that if you did have to go through that it was a positive experience and that you left a place of harm and went into a place of safety.
then, hey Asia, my therapist really helped me break down my childhood trauma. She was really good, and I actually said recently that I was going to start going back to therapy. Yes, I want to go to therapy with my girlfriend as well.
So I guess her and the girl got back together. Now I know they've broken up and gotten back together a few times. I remember last time I reported on her saying that she was single again. But I also had mentioned that you never know what will happen because I think it wasn't their first time and it certainly wasn't their last. So could she still be going to North Carolina, or is this a new girlfriend?
And but I want to find a therapist that's LGBT friendly. I'm a therapist who is in therapy, and it helps. Everyone is different, but if you find one you can trust, it could be a good for you. Yes, very much so. I think so. I believe so.